What's up, Kyle?
What's going on, Scotty?
We're crushing it, man.
Oh, yeah, great.
This is a hell of a weekend to be us.
Great weekend for Never Hedge.
Yes.
Yep.
And therefore the world.
Hit on some derby bets, hit on all the fights.
Every single one.
Yep. And Dave Portnoy wore our hat. The no hedge hat.
Yes, the crown.
Yeah. Dave Portnoy wore it to the derby. No hedge.
Well, got to get the name out there somehow.
Yep. Before we get started, had a few points, some UFC news, and just fight news in general that I saw out there. This weekend was supposed to be Bellator, Yoel Romero, Anthony Johnson. Romero could not pass his physical. He's out. Out of the fight, out of the tournament. So it's kind of a bummer. I'm sure you saw, I've been covering it on Twitter all week. Diego Sanchez got fired from the UFC.
That's also crazy.
Right before he was supposed to have a fight. The reason was him and his idiot trainer, Fabio or whatever, went into the UFC pre-fight interview and they demanded all of Diego's medical history.
Really?
And which you can do. Why not? You know, It's your medical history. But it raised a red flag with the UFC, asking if Diego Sanchez is hurt right now, which is fair. And they failed to provide an answer for that. Basically, really? Diego Sanchez pulled the "I'm not a doctor," so maybe I am, maybe I'm not.
Yeah.
And the guy Fabio basically went off on some huge rant. Paul Felder was yelling at him.
Jesus.
And it ended in Diego Sanchez being let go. Also, just wanted to let we won big on Molina a couple weeks ago. Saw an interview with him, and he was saying how he almost got knocked out at the end of that fight. Remember, we really? Talked about it. We were like,
how he almost got finished.
Yeah, and he was like, I tried to pull a Max Holloway and point to the down to the octagon, and he's like, and then I got rocked. he's like, that was an idiot. He said, in future fights, he said, I'd like to show a little bit more of my wrestling. He said I have underrated wrestling, but besides that, Molina looked great and is someone I want to bet on going forward.
Yes, that was one of the easiest bets we've ever had, other than every single one this weekend.
Right. And we could go right into that. First fight of the night was Felipe Colares versus Luke Sanders. This was a fight that I said, betting-wise, I was kind of going to stay away from. Ended up being huge on Felipe Colares in DraftKings. Had him in almost all my lineups. He won the fight. It was pretty close. Luke Sanders looked good at first, which we thought he would. He's an explosive athlete. So that was no surprise there. But Felipe Colares turned it on. He was in great shape. Looked good. Any other thoughts on that one, Scott?
No, I think I missed that one. I was on my way to Sports Haven to collect my Derby winnings.
Nice.
So I missed that one.
Second fight of the night was a barn burner. Andres Michailidis versus KB Bueller. Didn't know Bueller had a chin. Apparently he does. Because Michailidis was...
he ate some bombs.
Yeah. All Michailidis was doing the whole fight was throwing fucking as hard as he could. Yeah, as hard as he could right at right at Bueller's face.
Yeah.
Bueller's response was, to quote Nate Diaz, "little baby leg kicks."
Yeah.
That was his response to getting bombed on.
And Michailidis looks jacked for the 185-pound class. I think that drop down in weight served him well because he's going to be a problem.
And that goes to show he looked that good in his first fight at that weight. Once he gets a little more comfortable, he might even be better. Next fight was another close one. Loma Luke Boomy versus Sam Hughes. Sam Hughes came out to fight.
She looked real good for a plus 300 dog for sure.
Yeah. Yep. Loma, I saw an interview with her post-fight saying that she did not feel confident at all during that fight. Felt like she was slow and sluggish and couldn't get off, and honestly, she kind of looked that way.
Yeah.
But Sam Hughes is a big girl, so I think Loma's going to have issues once she starts getting a little bit topper tier competition because of how small she is.
Right.
The next fight is actually the one fight that we lost on. I just posted it on Twitter, a giant 12-team parlay, which was the whole card. The only fight we got wrong was this one, which is funny because on the podcast breaking down the fights, I picked Luana Carolina and then got cold feet, switched it for that parlay. But Botello looked good in the beginning, and Carolina was game. She came out. She was fighting hard. She really wanted that one. I was able to watch the first 3 fights live, and then after that, I was gone all the way up until like the Merab fight. So I watched these the next day. Carolina looked good. She's just another middling women's fighter that I will not have confidence. I won't have confidence in either one of these girls going forward.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was not a very good fight just to watch.
Right.
Nobody looked dominant, and if you're a minus, what did she end up the line closing at, like minus 265, 300?
Yeah, 260, 250.
Yeah, she didn't look like it.
The next fight we cashed on, ended up taking TJ Brown straight up as well. Had him in almost all my DraftKings, and this fight was controversial. It was very close.
Yes.
Kai Kamaka actually right now his manager wants to dispute it and get it overturned. I don't think he's going to have any luck doing that because I did think he lost. The difference maker in this fight was James Krause in TJ Brown's corner. If you listened in,
Our boy.
If you listened in, James Krause again was like, "Hey man, I need you to dig down and I need you to get this takedown in the third." He was like, "I need all your energy to get that takedown." And TJ Brown just kept saying, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." Went out there, got it done, and
There
did
it
enough.
is.
He did just enough to get that win. Next fight, even weirder, went our way though. Ronda Marcos and Luana Pinheiro.
Oh, that was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, what did you think about that one, Scott?
It was a tough way to win.
Did she take a dive? You think she took a dive?
It was definitely an illegal kick.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
And I think she was definitely selling it, just wanted to collect a quick paycheck. And but I don't think she was hurt. Like the Piotr Jan, the guy, who the hell was he fighting?
Aljamain.
Yes. Like he got legitimately fucked up from that.
Yeah, he did.
And that was way worse. This was still, it was obviously illegal. They stopped it right away. But she didn't just tee off on her,
Right. No, she didn't. And I think she did kind of take a dive, but you know what? After last week having 2 freak leg injuries, we deserve this one.
Yes, we did.
Next fight was our boy Merab Dvalishvili, Cody Stamann, and it's just like Merab said in the post fight. I think Cody Stamann made a mistake talking all that shit to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you see?
Absolutely sure did.
The one takedown where he grabbed Cody Stamann by the head and just threw him down. I was like, oh my God.
Fucking Georgians have an extra gear.
They do. It actually, with all that being said, it was a decently close fight.
Yeah, it was closer than I thought it would be. I was super pumped after Merab won, and we hit that Greece Georgia parlay on Michaelides and Dvalishvili. I threw on the Georgia national anthem up on the TV to salute Merab in his fine efforts, and then I promptly fell asleep in my recliner right after that.
Nice. I was plenty drunk watching this on my phone.
Yes.
At the campground because Hannah already fell asleep. But Merab looked great. He's definitely someone to bet on going forward. Sean Strickland versus Christoph Jotko. Dominant win. Dominant win by Sean Strickland. Never for a second was he losing that fight. He fought smart. He thought he was a little critical of his own performance, saying that he thought he could have done a little better to get the finish. He fought really smart. I don't hate on him for the performance at all. Looked great.
No, he looked good. I actually lied. I did end up making it another fight, and I did watch this one live. The Giga and Reyes, I had to watch the next day. Just on bed rest.
Next fight, Ian Cutelaba, Dustin Jacoby. This was a draw.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed. I thought Cutelaba did enough.
Yeah,
He was gassed. He was gassed.
I was a little surprised that they called it a draw. I thought, like you said, Cutelaba looked pretty good. He could have been working he could have been a little busier, but again, towards the end, he was fucking dead on his feet. And but no harm, no foul. We got our money back, and I threw everything from the Dvalishvili Michailidis parlay onto Giga, which hit pretty easily.
One more thing about Cutelaba. What did he have? 5? I think he had 5 takedowns in round 1.
Yeah. That'll get you tired.
That'll get you tired. That also should get you a 10-8.
Yeah. That's absolutely 5 takedowns in 5 minutes.
Right.
While, how do you score that 10-9?
Right. The scoring system in the UFC is fucked. But next fight, like you said, Giga, and he won easy.
That was easy.
Liver kick. They called it the Giga kick on the commentary, which was awesome. He kicked him dead in the liver right with his toes. Kicked with his toes, karate style.
Squeezed it.
Right.
Squeeze that liver.
And Swanson went down right away. Giga said afterwards he didn't want to throw those follow-up punches, but the ref was not stopping it, so he had to. He then went on to call out Max Holloway and did the old, he said, Max Holloway should accept my fight offer because I'm not that dangerous. did the old, yeah, hey, I'm not that good.
I think it's a good deal for him. I don't see why he wouldn't do it. Can't afford not to, Max.
So I don't think he'll get that fight, but he lobbied for it.
Yeah.
And then the main event did not let down. Jiri versus Dominic Reyes. Tell you what, Dominic Reyes is a tough bitch.
Yes.
How many times did he get rocked in that fight?
He ate a ton of shots. Just as hard as fucking Prochazka could. And it just kept coming. It was incredible.
Looking forward, Dominic Reyes it's a lot of damage to take, but he's got heart. The kid's got heart. And Jiri,
he looked like a fucking crazy person with that ponytail.
I know. I told you.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why Reyes took him down a couple times, and I don't know why he didn't grab onto that thing to hold him down. Because he slipped out of a couple. He slipped out of a guillotine, and Reyes missed a big opportunity.
He got rocked a little bit before that guillotine.
Yeah. It was pretty. It was a very close fight.
Yeah, up until the spinning back elbow.
Yeah, up until the slicing elbows.
He knocked him out dead cold.
Yes.
Makes John Jones look a little worse. Because, in my opinion, Reyes beat John Jones.
Yeah.
But Jiri looks like a guy who could fight for the title. They're already talking about it, of course. Jiri's only problem, I think, will be how he does against wrestlers going forward.
Yeah.
Which there's not many in the division. There's really not many.
Blachowicz, he
can wrestle.
He can, and he was able to take down Izzy very easily, but he was also 30 pounds heavier that day.
And he also doesn't want to wrestle. He's a striker.
Yeah.
But someone like if Glover were to beat Jan, Glover is a wrestler,
Yes.
club and sub. But yeah, we won on every bet we made. I had a 5 and 6 parlays out, five and 6 teamer parlays out there hitting like crazy.
Yeah, it's weird when that happens.
I know.
Well, we
It
said
seems
it.
to happen often too.
Yeah. Well, we said it on the 5-teamer. Well, it ended up being a 5-teamer because Benitez was canceled.
Yes. Yep.
But I even said, I was like, normally when you do a 6-teamer, you're like, all right, somebody's gonna fuck it for me, and we were like, nobody's gonna lose in this parlay, and it just hit very easily.
Yep.
Doesn't always happen that way.
I won over $1,000 on Saturday night.
Yeah,
just from the fights.
I was close. I think I was I was a little bit over actually 1,000 because I hit like 600 on horses on the Derby on Medina Spirit. I ended up throwing $50 on him at 12-1.
Hell yeah!
And there were a couple other exactas and exotics, but that hit for 600. And then fights, we won. Everything we touched turned to gold.
Yep. And you rolled the money over, so.
Yes. And then we were working with. We doubled up because we were at 170, and now we're sitting at, I think, almost 400.
400 in our road to 10K.
Road to 10K. That was big. So now we can start doing
little
more
shots. Yeah.
More 7-teamers.
I started my tape study this week for the fights. Haven't finished yet. We do have. I have one open bet that I tweeted out a while ago.
Big Ben.
It's holding on Big Ben. I got $100 on I think it was a 16 parlay. And Big Ben is the last one to go. I can cash out right now at 550, but that's no fun.
We don't hedge.
It's to win 1,200. So the way I'm justifying leaving it is if you were to offer me a $100 bet to win 1,200 on Big Ben straight up, I'd take it. So
right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, we got the fights coming up. The Derby, like you said, Medina Spirit. He was one of the horses we pointed out. Baffert did it again. Can't go against the guy.
Yeah, I like that they. Well, it was kind of weird when they had like Belichick interviewing Bob Baffert on NBC. That was a little dumb.
Weird.
I mean, Belichick's Belichick. You're not going to get him to reveal too much. And
no,
Baffert with those nice baby blue tinted glasses was looking sharp. I think the only way you could pull off wearing those is if you're a 7-time Kentucky Derby winner.
Right.
I couldn't do it.
But Medina Spirit, Mandaloon, and Hot Rod Charlie, top 3. We talked about all of them.
Yeah. And Hot Rod Charlie, man, good for those freaking 28-year-old kids. What they what I thought was very interesting is they tried to frame it as, oh, these kids from Brown just went in and bought a horse together without knowing anything. But then they were also like, this guy, one of this guy's fucking uncles, like trains race horses,
right.
And he's got like 6 other horses in here. So it's not like they just, let's just do it.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool?
Speaking of, Medina Spirit was bought for $1,000 by Bob Baffert.
That's crazy.
Which is
insane. That's like California Chrome. I think a while ago, he won the Derby and the Preakness, and then I think we were there at the Belmont. Or I was definitely there. I don't know if you were there or not, but yeah, he lost that, and then that was when the owner went on like Good Morning America and went on a fucking tirade for 10 straight minutes, and they had to turn his mic off.
Right. My horse, known Agenda, come the 1 slot. He came in 9th. Not too shocking.
Not too shocking. That's why his owner was visibly sobbing.
Right. Yeah. This is Neil Magny Fight Week.
This is Neil versus Neil.
Yes, it is. I don't know if I like Neil Magny this week, though. He's our boy, but Jeff Neal's a monster.
Jeff Neal is a beast.
Yep. But besides that, HCMC didn't go the way we thought today.
Weak-handed. Well, that's actually kind of how exactly I thought it would go. Is it would spike early, and then people would just get greedy.
You did call it.
Huge spike, and then they're like, "Ooh, I like a nice 40% gainer.
Right.
Let me sell off everything." But they can have it.
Yep. We can't sell until the lawsuit, for sure.
Yeah. Can't sell till $1.
No.
Well, I did buy 500,000 more last week. Because I was like, there's no way I'm buying anything today when everyone else is buying. So I'll just get in before that. And then so that 500,000 I'll probably sell at 20 cents.
Yeah.
If it gets there. And then just hold on to the rest.
I'm in at only like 1 million. I have like 1,200,000 shares. 1.2 mil.
Yeah. So just sell 200 at 20 cents.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Yep. Endeavor's looking great still. They're up 29 bucks.
29 bucks?
Yeah, I think so.
I got to move some money over into my E-Trade account.
Yeah.
That, or what I should do is, well, the problem is I'm down like 60% on like the 7 or 8 tickers I got in the middle of February that are still haven't rebounded yet. I got them like, if you go back and you look at the charts, there's like 5 tickers that I got that were just like right at the peak, and then it just goes So it took quite the pounding on that, but I will gladly settle for those and still have the average of .0006 for HCMC. So that's holding me up.
Yeah, it's just like all the people we told to buy GSAT at 250.
Oh, they may never talk to us again. Yeah, having GSAT at 30 cents was also pretty nice because
it's free.
Way nicer than $2.60. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Put it that way. Yeah, we have some friends that might never speak to us again.
It's just got to go up. Don't sell. You don't lose till you sell.
Yeah, don't tell. That's
you don't
true.
lose till you sell. But yeah, you got anything else this week, Scott?
That's it. It's going to be a good week for fights. Got Bellator Friday, correct?
Bellator Friday. We'll do
UFC
our
Saturday.
fight breakdowns for Bellator and UFC this week.
Yeah, we have golf.
We have golf. Golf will be coming out a little bit later than we'd like, just because I have work tomorrow. But we'll get that out Wednesday. Yeah, and we're launching the new website.
Yep.
Launch a new website soon.
Yep.
All right.
See you there.